Hello and welcome to Weaste Allotments. Today I want to talk about my new water tank, my scarecrow. Yeah, you heard it, scarecrow. My new Alice fencing, and I'm going to give you a look at my new Dahlias, what I've acquired, and then we're going a bit of a tour of the allotments. I don't know if we're going to do it in that order, but before we do anything, I've got to clear a couple of my beds and get them ready. So what I'm going to do now, get this coffee down my neck, and then I'm going to get cracking. So keep watching, folks. Well, here's a new water tank, folks. That's a belter. Better than the last one. At least this one's got a cage around it, and it's not going to bow out like the last one. Now this valve here, I've got a tap what fits onto this. Now this is a 2-inch diameter, but it's got a fine thread where I'm showing you here. This here is a fine thread. Now on 99% of these water butts, it's a coarse thread, and it says it on when you get these attachments. It tells you coarse and fine. The only trouble is 99% of them are all coarse, so I was lucky to just get the cap what goes on this with a fine thread. So what I did is I drilled a 3/4 hole into it. Sorry about the breathing. Chessie gave me some stick here, but yeah, I drilled a 3/4 hole into it and put a tap valve onto it. So the valve's in the shed at the moment. I can't test whether it's going to be watertight until we turn the water back on. Now the water's been turned off here on Weaste Allotments to stop the pipes from bursting. I've also lifted the water butt another 2 pallets high to get me about 3/4 of a bar of pressure. That's the force of which the water comes out when you turn the tap on. In an house, your water tanks are probably about 8 foot off the ground, because your ceiling and your rooms are normally about 8 foot, 9 foot, and you get about 2.5 bar of pressure from that height. So this is about, I would say, 1/3 of the height, if that. So we're getting about between 1/2 bar and 3/4 of a bar of pressure, which is quite adequate, because all I want to do is run an hose pipe into the greenhouse to water my tomatoes and what have you. It saves me having to do a trip over to that water tap in the distance over there. So what I do is I run an hose pipe all the way along here, down the path, up into the top and fill that. So it's like you fill it once, that's one trip, but if you was to fill it up with buckets, that would probably take you about 200-300 trips, and yeah, it ain't going to happen. So that's the plan anyhow. I'm going to fill it up, test it as soon as the water comes on. If it's got any leaks, I can take care of it and sort it all out, but until then, sadly it's going to have no water in it. Right, let's take you down. In fact, where we're going to go now, yeah, I'm going to show you this Alice fencing what I've acquired. Right, off we go. Right, here we go. There's I got these given me the other day, 2 Alice fences. They're about 2 metres by 1.5 metres high. I did have 10 of these, and I used 2 to put in front of this greenhouse here. This greenhouse here, so I've got pointed in the right direction. I put a chicken wire over it. Now the reason why I did that is because there used to be this young lad that used to sit on the, well, let's turn round. He used to stand up here on the top of the banking with his golf club and his balls. And what he used to do is take pot shots of all the greenhouses, and all along the middle of the allotments he used to aim at the glass. And I tell you, this kid was that good. He used to break all the panes in the greenhouses. So I put that there to stop them from breaking mine. And he also went with the perspex for to be doubly sure that he couldn't break the buggers. But yeah, anyhow, I had 10 of them, like I was saying, of these, and I give 8 of them away after I'd done the job. And I'm kicking myself now because a couple of months after I decided to keep chickens. Now I could have used these to make a chicken pen, but obviously could I give them all to everybody on the site, it set the project of the chickens back by about 6 months until I come up with this idea which I've got here now. But I'm thinking of doing another chicken pen. I think you all know, you've seen the greenhouse, what I'm going to be getting. Like I say, it's absolutely freezing at the moment, so I can't do nothing. But as soon as we get a bit of warm weather, I'll be over there taking it apart and bringing it over here. And can use this to strengthen it up as well, these fences here, so they're definitely staying there. Yeah, so something for nothing. Really chuffed. Right, let's go and show you me scarecrow. Well, here's Manny the mannequin. Cost me £5 to make that. Although saying the clothes that he's got on is probably £100. That coat's never been worn. Brand spanking new, that coat. It doesn't fit me though, it's too small. I mean, the mannequin's 6'4" tall. I'm 6 foot, it's about 4 inches bigger than me, this thing. But the coat's too small, unfortunately, for me, so I thought I'd stick it on here. It's even got a scarf on it. The reason why it's got a scarf on it is to hide the head. The head's velcroed on. So I thought, keep it. In fact, this would be going in the greenhouse, because it's in one of the greenhouses. One of my mates says he's seen it digging the other day. I said, no, you didn't see it digging. So he's seen me. He said, no, it was definitely the dummy digging. He said, because I've never seen you do a thing on here yet. I said, well, you might be right there. Yeah. Normally the fairies come and do all the tilling on my plot. I'm sure Brandon knows about the fairies. And little pixies, they come on overnight and they tidy everything up for me. God bless their little cotton socks. But yeah, £5 it cost me. Well chuffed with that. It's got purple lips, but then again it's bloody cold, so when the weather warms up again I might put some pink lips on it. I don't know. It looks, from a distance it looks real. Honestly, one of my old mates was shouting at it. He's shouting, Mark, Mark. And when I shouted from in the greenhouse, he had to double look at it. He said, it's bugging me. He says, I thought that was you. It's a cheeky sod. So we had some laughing. We had some laughing with it, I tell you. So funny. Anyhow, let's go on the tour. We'll start the tour off in a minute. I'm just going to get myself another cup of coffee. It's bloody freezing. At least the dummy's wrapped up well. One last look at the dummy. Well, I thought I'd show you me 10 varieties of dahlias I'm going to be growing this year. Well, actually I've got another 8 varieties which are totally different to these 10. I'll be growing them as well, but these are the new varieties I'm going to be growing this year. I'm going to be growing, I'll put that one there because I've ordered 2. I've got 2 of them. But I've got a decorative Misty Day. I've got semi-cactus purple gem, decorative lavender perfection, cactus jora, and decorative white monster. Now, basically, they're more like the cactusy varieties. And then I've got the pom-pom varieties. I've got 5 pom-pom. Now I've got pom-pom naturel, pom-pom Francis Caffer, new baby, pom-pom new baby, pom-pom snowflake, and pom-pom golden serpent. So there's the 10 new varieties. I can't wait to get these in the ground with the other 8. They absolutely look glorious on the front of my plot when I get them all in. Yeah, so watch this space, folks. Okay, so let's go on the tour. All compost bays are full. Nothing's in here yet. As you can see, it's dropped another 2 inches in this raised bed. We'll be putting herbs in there. I'm going to put some gravel in it as well, because apparently herbs like well drained soil, so you can't get much more drained than that. I mean, it's 30 inches high, so the water's got to drain somewhere, I suppose. Coal frame, it's got most of my overwintering flowers in there. I don't know if you can see in the greenhouse there, but all my potato buckets, well, there's 10 of them there, all ready to go to get the first earlies. And when I say first earlies, I mean the really first earlies started. So all I'm waiting for is Dan and Chris to shape themselves. As soon as they put theirs in, I'll be throwing mine in straight after. Good tip for anyone who wants to get the spuds in early. Follow Dan's Allotments and Chris. They seem to know best, and they produce the best potatoes, really, in buckets, that is. Anyhow, strawberries, you wouldn't think, there's a few of the leaves starting to go brown now, but most of them are still green, unbelievably. All the daffodils and tulips are all starting to come up around the borders. And these 4-back beds, and what we'll be doing is, like I say, I've just shown you the dahlias there. I've got 18 different varieties of dahlia, and they're going to be shoved in these 4 beds here, in amongst the raspberries and the gooseberries and the currant bushes. There's Manny doing his job. Someone said the other day they seen him move. I think it's the figment of my imagination, actually. Right, the turnips are gone here. Actually, these are the Swedes. I might do something about these very sad looking overwintering onions. I mean, they're not doing at all well. I've got absolute tons of onions to start off, so I might start off again with the onions. I'm not too sure. Garlic's doing absolutely fantastic. There's half a bed there what's got nothing in it, so what I'll probably be growing in there are my shallots. This bed's completely overtaken with garlic. 3 different stages of garlic here. 2 different varieties, there's Jumbo and Casablanca in here. That bed there's 3/4 empty. These overwintering collies ain't doing particularly well. Like I say, we've had so much really hard frosts and they look terrible. So I might whip these out and get this bed ready for the spring. I don't know, I'm going to leave them in anyhow and see what happens. You never know. You might just turn it around at the last bloody minute. Still need to get rid of this glass. This is one of my composting bins. That's probably full to the top. The same with this one here, my wormer, that's full to the top with all the Swedes and the turnip leaves. This blackcurrant is starting to form now. Little apple tree there next to the chicken manure bin. I think that the reason why that tree's doing so well is because of the chicken manure is actually filtering into the ground and giving it all the minerals and what have you that it needs. It was only a really stumpy little thing last year that it's doubled in size, amazingly. We've all seen the Harris fencing. Rhubarb's doing really well, coming up again. It comes up, it dies. It'll come up in a bit, it'll come up like a carpet, I can tell you. There's that rosehip bush. No signs of anything yet. Still, it's only early February. I will eventually cover the back of this fence in brambles and what have you. I have to move the rhubarb then when I do that. Chickens. There's Gemma. Hey, what you doing, you little tearaway? Hey, you're up to mischief, aren't you? She's a very shy chicken, this one here. She runs a mile normally. She thinks she's safe because she's on top of the coop. Aren't you? Hey, lovely little bird. Cracking markings. The rest of them are all scratching. Well, actually, they're all feeding the faces. A few of them in there, can hear them now. This is the bed what had the turnips. They're all clear now, so I've just turned it over with the help of my mate, and let the elements get to it. It's actually pretty fine soil, that. I've still got to put a load of chicken manure in there before I start planting into it. These beans have gone over, so these beans are going to be coming out. I've actually got more beans started. They've just got absolutely hammered, and I've been absolutely lazy, I will tell you now. I've not tied them up properly. It's just been too cold. The garlic, however, what's in the middle there, that's doing alright. The overwintering cabbages, they're still there, they're doing alright, I suppose. Come into the greenhouse. Said the spider to the fly. See, there's some broad beans there, and there's more in them pots starting to, well, they will be coming up shortly. There's nothing happening here with this compost, although it's more like bloody builder's sand rather than compost. This Johninus, not very good, I must say. The mint and the sage and, well, the thyme there, and doing alright, I suppose. And there's I'm going to be putting these rosemary bushes out shortly. I think they've spent enough time in the greenhouse. And like I said, there's nothing happening with the seeds yet, no germination at all, so can't really say much on them. But I found these covers B&Q, 50p each. The reason why the 50p could have got a tiny nick in the bottom of the corner here, so I just stuck them over the top, give them extra protection. And as you can see, they don't need to water them because of the condensation is just going straight back onto into the trays. So as soon as you know anything, or as soon as I know anything, you will know. So yeah, let's come out of the greenhouse. We've seen the water tank. You know what I'm going to be doing there. Not much I can do at the moment with that. That tree there, I might transplant that tree and stick it behind the green cupboard where Manny is, the mannequin, and get a golden delicious and stick it there in its place. As you can see, all the daffodils are coming up along the border here, and they're all starting to come up along the front. Got to be careful really, because there's a lot of these bloody squirrels that have been digging the bulbs up. Although these bulbs have all made it, they're all starting to come up now. So there you go, there's the old flag flying again. A northerly wind blowing. It's great for directions, that tells you which way the wind's blowing. But most of the flags on here ain't even moving. That one always moves, it's because where the plot is, it's very windy plot this. The crocuses starting to flower. Put a full pot of them in here. I think I got a bit carried away actually, but you know, there's a little flower just suddenly appearing there. So all in all, the allotments is ready to go now for spring really. Looking at that bugger there, it's about 6'4", that mannequin. Hey, I don't know. Well, there you go. I hope you like the updates, folks. If you like, Click the like box. If you don't click the like box. Like I say, thanks for everyone for subscribing. I'm absolutely gobsmacked just how many subscribers have actually subscribed to the channel over the last 6 months. It's been phenomenal. I'd just like to thank everybody for subscribing, and like I say, I will reply to any message that's posted on the videos, but it might take some time because there's so bloody many of them. Right, I'm off. So it's Dahlia. Catch you later, folks.